Hey guys, it's Sarah with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we have a review and install of the V3R Wicker Bill rear spoiler add-on in gloss black, fitting your 15 and newer Dodge Challenger models. This is perfect for the Challenger owner that wants to add some style to their car and wants a wicker bill option that bolts directly to their current wing. It features automotive-grade plastic construction with a nice gloss black finish and includes a clear section that can be mounted how we have it on the outside, or you can mount it on the inside as well. This wicker bill add-on features track-inspired styling with an aggressive design to give your current wing a more aftermarket look. So as far as price goes, this wicker bill comes in at right around $225, which is middle of the road price-wise when compared to other options. And for your money, you are getting a more aggressive design when compared to those other options, and it bolts up to your current wing so you don't have to replace it. So as far as the install goes, I'm giving this one a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It does bolt to your current wing, but you will need to drill several holes and install riv nuts in order to bolt it up. That means you'll need a drill as well as a riv nut tool for this install, but it can be done within 2 hours. So with that said, let's check out that install. For this install, you will need a drill as well as drill bits, a 4mm Allen key or Allen socket, and a ratchet, and a riv nut installation tool. All right, so the first step in our install is to mark where we want to drill our holes, and what we're going to start with is marking the center. So grab yourself some masking tape, and we're going to start to mask off the center of your wing. Now you can use the backup camera to help you center this, or you can measure end to end on the spoiler. Once you've found your middle point, go ahead and mark it with your piece of tape. Now you can take the larger piece of your wicker bill add-on and start to line it up using that center point. We want to check the general location of each of these holes, and then we'll mark down where we want to drill. Now that we're checking fitment and we like how the wicker bill is lining up, what we're going to do is mark each location with a piece of tape. This will help us so we can mark where we want to drill. Repeat that with the rest of your mounting hole locations until they're all marked with some tape. Now that you've marked all of the locations for drilling, I do recommend just double checking the fitment of the wicker bill, making sure you can see tape through each of these holes so that we can go ahead and mark these down. Now, once the wicker bill is sitting exactly where you would like it to be, grab a Sharpie and mark each of the holes on top of that tape. And then repeat that for the rest of your holes. All right, now that all of your holes are properly marked, you can double check with a measuring tape, measuring from the center point out to the corresponding hole on each side, making sure those two measurements are within the range of each other. Now that you're happy with the placement of each of your markings, we're gonna go in with a small drill bit to drill a pilot hole, and then follow it up with a larger one the size of the rivet. Repeat that with the rest of your markings. Now at this point we can choose the larger drill bit size that corresponds to the riv nut that we're going to use. Now in order to choose the right size, all you do is take your drill bit, line it up to the riv nut, and make sure they are the same size. Now I've already done the work for you, so you guys are going to use a 21/64 drill bit for this riv nut, but if you would like to double check, go ahead and measure before you drill. All right, and now that you have that larger drill bit on your drill, go ahead and drill out those pilot holes. Repeat that for the rest of your holes. Then once your holes are drilled, you can remove all of your tape. All right, now we can install the riv nuts into those holes that we just drilled. What you're gonna need is a riv nut tool similar to this one, and you will need a 1/4-20 attachment on the end that is the size of these riv nuts. Go ahead and thread it on to the end of the tool. Once you have the riv nut installed on your riv nut tool, line it up in the hole that you drilled and go ahead and compress it to seat it down properly. Repeat that with the rest of your holes. And now that all of the riv nuts are installed, what we're gonna do is grab the wicker bill and line it up with the hardware that's been included. We're gonna start with each edge, one side and the other. Go ahead and get one on either side threaded in. Keep them loose for now until they're all installed. Repeat that for the far side on the other side. Now that we have a bolt on either side, we're gonna install the clear piece over top here. We're gonna do the same thing, the bolt hole at the far side, line it up with the wicker bill that we just installed, and then through to the riv nut. Get it threaded in, and then repeat that on the other side. Line up both of the holes on the other side, and thread in your bolt. Now you can finish installing the rest of your hardware. Now that all the hardware is installed, go ahead and adjust the wicker bill as needed to make sure it's sitting exactly where you want it. Then grab a 4mm Allen key or Allen socket and tighten these down. Repeat that and tighten down the rest of your hardware. All right, so that is gonna do it for the review and install of this wicker bill add-on. And remember, for all things Challenger, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.